One application of linear equations is with clock problems. This video will show examples of problems requiring certain clock hands setup. Learn them here in Mathematics of Engineering. When dealing with the arrangement of the clock hands, one has to remember some terms used. First is when it is required that the hands are coincident or overlapping. This is the case when both the hour hand and the minute hand are pointing at exactly the same time, creating 0 degree. The next term that one might find is when the clock hands are aligned or in one line but they point at opposite times. This means that the hour and minute hands are in 180 degrees gap, thereby pointing at exactly two opposite points. The next term to consider is when the hands are placed perpendicularly. This means that the angle between them should be 90 degrees. Additional terms such as the first time and the second time may also occur with perpendicular. The first time shows that the minute hand is before the hour hand. For the perpendicular arrangement for the second time, the minute hand goes in front of the hour hand. This is the second perpendicular case that can be shown. The concept in solving clock problems with a specific time when the hands are in certain positions is taken from the relationship of the hand's speed. To derive the relationship, take the speed of each hand in making 1 hour. In this case, we use the term space, where a space is between ticks of the clock. One space is like the movement of 1 hour for the hour hand, or 5 minutes for the minute hand. Now we can analyze that the hour hand moves one space to make 1 hour, and the minute hand needs to revolve for 12 spaces to make 1 hour. Using this into ratio and proportion, we can say the hour hand moves for one space as the number of minutes is to 12 spaces. If the proportion is cross-multiplied, we get minutes times 1 space over 12 spaces, which means the movement of the hour hand depends on the number of minutes divided by 12. The algorithm to follow in solving this type of clock problems is as follows. First is to assume using a broken clock, as it is easy to work on individual hands. Start by drawing or visualizing the hour hand of the clock as given in the premise. Next is to locate where the minute hand should be ideally. Then do the necessary adjustments after using the relationship we just derived previously. Let's take some examples to showcase this procedure clearly. The first example asks for the time between 8 to 9 when the hands are coincident. Start by placing individual hands of the clock, treating it as broken. The problem states between 8 to 9. So we place the hour hand pointing at 8 o'clock. The requirement is coincident, which means, ideally, the minute hand should also be at 40 minutes, where 8 o'clock is at. However, as the minute hand travels to 40 minutes, slowly the hour hand also moved. The movement of the hour hand is the number of minutes over 12. So we use 40 over 12, which is simplified as 3.3333. Thus, the time when the hands are coincident is at 8:43.3333. Since we aren't accustomed in using decimals in time, convert the decimals into seconds, and that is by multiplying it by 60 seconds. 0.3333 minutes times 60 gives 20 seconds. So the time is at 8:43 and 20 seconds. What if we are to look for the time between 8 and 9 when the hands are aligned but opposite? Following the same algorithm, locate where the hour hand should be. In the example, it is at 8 o'clock. To make the minute hand aligned with the hour hand, we ideally locate it pointing at 10 minutes. So the preliminary time is 8:10. Next is to adjust it due to the movement of the hour hand. Using the relationship, we add 10 all over 12 or 0.8333 minutes into the time, resulting to 810.8333. Make the time look more familiar by taking out the decimals. So 0.833 minutes times 60 seconds is 50 seconds. Hence, the time when the two hands are aligned is at 8:10 and 50 seconds. This time, we identify the time when the hands are perpendicular. For the third example, the hands are perpendicular for the first time. With the hour hand placed at 8 o'clock, the first time the hands are in 90 degrees is when the minute hand is at 25 minutes. That's before the hour hand. The initial time to take is 8:25. Then adjust the time with the hour hand movement as the minute hand already traveled 25 minutes. So add 25 over 12, which is 2.0833, making the time 8:27.0833. Convert the decimal into seconds and have 0.0833 times 60, which is 5 seconds. So the exact time when the two hands are perpendicular for the first time is at 8:27 with 5 minutes. If we consider taking the time when the hands of the clock are perpendicular the second time, we have to draw the minute hand after the hour hand. With the assumed broken clock, draw the hour hand at 8, then locate the minute hand at 90 degrees after the hour hand, which points at 55 minutes. Again, adjust the time by the movement of the hour hand, where we add 55 minutes over 12 to 8:55. The adjustment is simplified as 4.5833, which makes the final time as 8:59.5833. Again, convert the decimal by multiplying 60 seconds to a minute, which gives 35 seconds. So the answer in our minute-second format is 8:59.35. For the next example, it still requires a time when the hands are perpendicular, although in this case, it doesn't state whether we are looking for the time when the hands are perpendicular the first time or the second. So just the same, we start with the first option of placing the hour hand on the clock at 5 o'clock. At 90 degrees, we place the minute hand to 10 minutes. But then, the time can be taken as not within the range of 5:30 to 6. Now check the second time scenario, when the minute hand is placed at 40 minutes. This makes the time within the range, so continue with the adjustment. With the 40 minutes run of the minute hand, the adjustment is then 3.3333, giving the time 5:43.3333. Multiply 0.3333 by 60 seconds and make it 20 seconds. So the time is 5:43:20. Now let's check what happens when the time range is between 6:30 to 7. The hour hand is placed at 6, but placing the minute hand at 15 minutes violates the range. So the minute hand is located pointing 45 minutes to keep it perpendicular. The adjustment then uses 45 minutes, which simplifies into 3.75 minutes, making the time 6:48.75. Multiply 0.75 by 60 and get 45 seconds. So the time is 6:48.45. Although it is minimal, notice that the adjustment got longer, from 3 minutes 20 seconds to 3 minutes 45 seconds. Let's validate the hypothesis that as the range moves higher, the adjustment also gets bigger. If the range used is from 7:30 to 8, the hour hand is found at 7. Using 20 minutes for the minute hand won't be feasible, so the perpendicular minute hand is placed pointing at 50 minutes. Adjust the slight movement of the hour hand by taking the move of 50 minutes divided by 12, which gives 4.1667, making the time 7:54.1667. When converting the decimals to seconds, we find it equal to 10 seconds. So the final answer is 7:54:10. This clearly clarifies the hypothesis as the adjustment for the range became 4 minutes and 10 seconds.